What's going on YouTube? In this video, we are going to talk about virtual assistants, when and how to hire one, and what I use my VAs for. Now, if you want me to continue telling you how to do this, do me a favor and like and subscribe to this channel. Otherwise, I'm gonna be frozen right here. Okay, so you liked and subscribed to the video, so now I can move again. Thank you for that, because that was super uncomfortable. You want to hire a virtual assistant. How do you do that, right? There's so many people out there. I bet you that if you've got a Facebook account and you've liked any wholesaling Facebook groups, there's very likely have been VAs that have reached out to you, maybe some that have asked you to send them money, maybe VA services that you've heard of, and you're like, wow, there's so many options and I don't know who to hire. Do I hire somebody myself? Do I hire just, someone who's reached out to me from the Philippines that wants to possibly get a job? Do I go through a staffing company that hires people in the Philippines and pay them so that they've got management, they've got accountability, they've got tracking software and all the things to make sure that my money is being maximized? But at the same time, do I hire somebody that is specifically trained for wholesaling and cold calling? So there's a lot of options, right? And you can absolutely make a lot of mistakes by choosing the wrong folks. So I have, for the last 2 years, hired a company, startvirtual.com. So it's www.startvirtual.com/astro. If you are interested in hiring a VA, I highly recommend these people. They, my VA, Nino, if anyone has ever DM'd me on social media, you'll have been responded to by Nino. And Nino is professional, he's amazing, he's funny, he's knowledgeable, he has taken the time to learn, frequently asked questions and what those answers are. He knows where all my links are, he knows what all my codes are. Like, he is incredible. And he can help people who have questions about wholesaling find a video or find some resource that could help them out. And I think that's amazing, right? Nino doesn't have to get trained from me day after day. He knows his job, he does his job, and he does it well. So if you're looking for like a personal assistant style VA, Start Virtual can help you out. But here's what Start Virtual does better than anyone else. They hire and train wholesale real estate related virtual assistants. So these guys are vetted. They are trained in how to do lead generation, in how to talk to sellers, and how to create leads, and how to pull lists, and how to work the dialer, and how to stay, completely engaged throughout the day so you're maximizing your dollars. Now here's the thing, right? When you hire a virtual assistant, obviously there's gonna be a slight language barrier, but the guys that Start Virtual hire, they've got amazing English. Like, their English is perfect. Of course, there's gonna be a little bit of an accent, and who cares if there's an accent or not, right? I have an accent, and it doesn't matter. Other people have accents, and who cares? The fact is that they work hard, right? I've actually hired Americans, even Canadians in the past, to cold call for me, and I can say that in the West, we tend to have a little bit of an entitlement issue, and it's harder to retain staff. A few days in, they work real hard for a few days, and then they just don't show up to work, right? And that is a true thing that happens all the time. Do you want to know how often or how many times my virtual assistant, Nino, didn't show up for work? Never. Never, ever, 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 ever. Homie got COVID, and he worked every single day. Right? So that shows you just how dedicated this person is. Now, in addition to that, Start Virtual has tracking software to make sure that Nino is spending all of the hours that I'm paying him doing my work. How fun is that, right? They're monitoring what he's typing into his computer, they're monitoring his mouse strokes, they're monitoring everything. They're making sure that everything that I'm paying Nino for is actually happening. In addition to that, at the end of every single day, Nino sends me a full report on everything he accomplished for the day, right? And so that is what you need when you are tracking your wholesale business. If you're gonna spend money on lead generation, you wanna make sure that certain KPIs are being hit. How many dials did you make today? How many conversations did you have? How many leads did you get out of that? And once you know those numbers, you're gonna know whether or not your VA's actually been doing a good job or whether or not you might need somebody else. Now, the last thing that I can say that I know Start Virtual does an amazing job with is they make sure that the people that they're hiring have a great internet connection and that their technology is going to support what is necessary for this business to get done well. These dialers, they require a minimum requirement for the computer operating system that they're working on. So they'll make sure that your VA has the minimum requirements for their technology. They'll make sure that your VA is running continuous tests on their internet speeds. So when they are calling out, people aren't getting like laggy conversations, see what I just did there? I just tripped you out, right? That's what happens to people when they're using a VA who does not have a really good internet connection, right? You don't want that buffering or that like lag or repeat to happen. So again, guys, it's really important where you do business when you're hiring a VA. Are they worthwhile? 1,000%. Are they necessary? Absolutely. If you're going to go direct to seller and you want a cold call, a VA would absolutely help change your life, because they'll do the majority of the grunt work for you, and then they'll just hand you warm leads, and then you will call those warm leads and lock those people up into contracts. Remember, guys, for every 50 or so leads you get one contract, and your VA working 8 hours a day should get anywhere between 1 to 2 leads a day. So do the math, all right? You should be spending somewhere around, $2,500 in VA costs per contract, all right? That's typically what that should cost you. I know Start Virtual, their people are trained so well, and the cost per contract is definitely a lot lower than I've seen at other virtual assistant call houses. So guys, I hope you got some great information in this video, and if you did, do me a favor, like and subscribe to my channel, and also leave me a comment, because I like to read them and I like to respond to them, and then I cut them out and I put them on my fridge, and then my family reads them. You know the drill. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one.